So my name now is Mara. It used to be Jesusa. Um, if I have to think about when I was 7, that's quite tricky because somehow I don't remember much from that period of time, and from my childhood. I think the first memories I have are probably around being 8 and losing my grandmother. But through therapy, I have discovered that perhaps this, blank period is due to trauma. I don't know. So yeah, 7 is a difficult time to remember. I'm trying to close my eyes and I can think some of the music that was going on in Spain at the time. I remember my mother crying in the balcony. I think that this was 8 more than 7, as I say, but she was crying because she couldn't go to the funeral of my grandmother. I remember my grandmother having some form of dementia or Alzheimer's, which I didn't know, but I thought it was quite funny as a child because she would do things that they didn't make sense, and I couldn't understand why. Um, now I understand that she was losing memory. She couldn't understand the world around her. So it was an interesting character in my life, with the little knowledge I have of why she was like that. Then she went away. And then, as I say, I think one of my first memories around that time will be that she died. And somehow I understood that she died because my mother was crying. Uh, when I was 14, I was already a David Bowie fan. And I think I wasn't aware of my body so much. I think it was all about, I think I still thought I could be a child and I could be like my brothers, and I was just having fun with my friends, and I think there was lots of other things happening in the background, but didn't think much about the physicality. I remember though having my first period, I think when I was 12, and how that was difficult because my parents were splitting up and my mom had left. So I had to ask my brother, his best friend, to go and get me some sanitary towels. And I was mortified because I had a crush on the friend. So it was something I had to, to face. Being 14 was already starting to learn what it was to be out and about with my friends from school. We went to a Catholic school in Spain. They were all girls. And yeah, it was getting used to the fact that you started to become a sexual object, and starting to think of how you were going to reply to that. If somebody touched your bum, would you slap? No. What would you do? These kind of things. And looking back is kind of, as a mother of a daughter particularly, it's kind of scary how integrated that was. I mean, I was already pissed off. I was already not a feminist, but very aware of the injustice that I started to notice when I noticed the difference between being a girl or being like my brothers. Um, but I haven't realized all of that until fairly recently. The whole package, is something that I accepted. I was born in Spain. I had earrings the minute I was born. That's part of it. And it's only now that I have realized what it means. When I was 21, I was so happy. I came to London at 18. I was living my life feeling free. I thought I could do whatever I could. The world was mine. I was living in Bayswater around London, and yeah, I was unstoppable. It didn't matter if I didn't have money. It didn't matter if I didn't have a job. Yeah, I was on top of the world. Until I was invited to a party, and I was living with a couple of guys at the time because I got into a fight with my other friends. They probably weren't the best of people to hang around with, but they were mates. They came from the same part of Spain as me, and we went to this party together. And I find it very difficult to remember what was going on. So I woke up the days after feeling that I have done something really wrong, that I may have had sex with both of them. that, probably it was my fault. I remember the guilt about it and trying to talk to friends about it and feeling really bad. And it took 10 years to realize that they have given me Rohypnol and had raped me. Um, I wasn't at the top of the world anymore. Even without knowing that that's what had happened, it was something very much in the core of me, understanding that I was no longer on the top of the world. And there has been so many different instances when I think about it where I have been reminded of that as a girl, as a woman. When I got brave, when I got outspoken, when I was out there, when I thought, yeah, I can do this, I can do life, I can manage, I'm strong. There is always this way of losing all your power and your dignity. I'm feeling deeply humiliated to understand that you can't handle it.
Do you want me to continue?
Yeah.
I can stop.
No, I'm fine. Honestly.
It doesn't need to be recorded, you can talk to me.
No, I can finish telling you how strong I am now. It's okay. I don't have a problem, honestly.
Okay.
I just hope I'm not overwhelming.
No,
So now at the age of, gosh, coming to 49? Yeah, 49 in November. After thinking of all those experiences and understanding everything, and I have recently written my autobiography in Spanish as in a feminist way, but also as in poetry, and it's called Earrings. I have to fight for my daughter, but I have also come to realize that there is nothing that they will do to us as women that we will not overcome, and we're constantly overcoming it. And there is a resilience that is common to all women around the world, regardless of, we can measure, and of course some women have it a lot tougher than me and other women have it less tough than me, but we all have an inherited understanding of what it means to be born a woman in this world, and we will overcome it time and time again. It's like my favorite poem from Maya Angelou. You still rise. You can't break that spirit, because that spirit is collective resilience for women, and we're born already with it, and we will have it as many times as needed. So I'm still here, still standing, and I will do so, and I will raise a daughter that will be beyond my strength. That's me.